before that, the body of Padre Pio was in Rome, was in Vatican. And they transferred there. So he was able to take, pictures are not allowed. But my God, God is with me. And I would just say, in action, because Italians are so, sometimes, that they were not speaking English. So I would use sign language to the influence of my beauty. Would take picture. And after that, I said, we'll go to the channel. And he said, thank you, you are a good man. I prayed for you there. That was an assurance for me. I prayed for you there. Inside that God will bless you more. And then we went to the channel. It's very, very far. When I went there, oh my God, this is my dream. And I went there behind the altar and I bought a lot of souvenirs. Sorry, I did not open I did not unpack them. After that, I brought that bag of souvenirs to the priest. And I said, blessing? He knows how to speak English. And I said, yes, Father, thank you, blessing. After he blesses, I told him with a face like this. And he said, what? I want to come for confession. He said, come. So he went he brought me there to the confessional box. And I was able to pour out everything. And he said, my God, this is a very, very good time for me to celebrate Lent. And I did my confession after 3 months here in the channel of the Lord, my God. So after that, he said, so you're okay, Mom? It was raining, you're not bringing anything. And I said, yeah, it's okay. It's okay, God is with me. Don't worry about that. I'm free, I'm fine. We went to the Archangel and he said, I will sleep here because the way home is very, very far. You go to the church. But going there, it is very down on the Kita Mirna, you went there, the church of St. Michael Archangel. You have to go down. And my knee has a problem and it's difficult for me to go down. But I was able, the Lord was saying, take a picture. And after that, the face of Jesus, the crucified, the holy face, appeared on the wall. It's on my, some of you or my friends on Facebook. You can see that the face of Jesus visible enough for, even though, you cannot see, you don't have that gift, you'll be able to see the face of Jesus. And when I went, I was talking because he was sleeping in the van. And he was, I knocked, and look at this. He said, oh, Mom, you are someone, you're something. And he said, yes. We reached the hotel around 8:30. And I said, Lord, you know that I don't have money, but I want to go around. So I bought that pizza. It's €5. I ate 3 slices and I said, I'm going to eat this tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. So that was 19. 15 minutes after we left, Nina and Raquel and Jude Tare and Baby Lo, the wife, they came to the hotel and they asked right away for Marie Fuentes, and the receptionist said, oh, she just left a while ago. And Nina said, she left? Because she knew me since 1994 that I cannot go without companion. This time, I went to Rome and Vatican. I take the bus. I take the train. For the first time in my 55 years, I was able to read a map. I went to Vatican, and that guy was there, and he said, Mom, you want to know this tour? It's 55 to be able to go into Sistine Chapel. And I was paying 55, my God. When the woman in the travel agency said, she saw me and she said, oh, there are only 3 people plus you 4. Just pay 30. And I was so happy because, minus again. So we went there around. And after the Sistine Chapel, I said, Lord, I want to enter into the holy door. And I said goodbye to them and I told the guy, you are a very good guy. You satisfied my yearning and my hunger to be able to see the Sistine Chapel that I only saw on when I went there, people are not allowed to take picture.
Usual.
And guess what? And Agnes even mentioned that when they were there, the guard would shout at them. But I was able to have a picture with the tomb of Pope John Paul the Great. At the background, the very edge, this is the altar of Basilica. I was able to have a lot of pictures there. And the guard said, my God, then after that, going to the holy stairs, I said, Lord, this is for her, and this is, I have a lot of things. This is for the whole community of the handmaids, this is for my family. I have a list of prayers, and people that knew that I was there would send in, message to us, pray for me. I would write down. And I said, going up 20 steps, you only have to kneel down. Because that stairs was from Jerusalem. They brought it there to Rome. That is the stairs that Jesus took after the scourging. So some of his blood spilled on the wood. They covered it with glass and sealed it with gold so that it was preserved. On the third step, I almost, I told myself I cannot do it because I feel that there are a lot of knives, slicing my knee. I cannot stand up because at my back there are heads, in my front there are feet. People would go up until they go up, kneeling down. I was able to finish my 2 Station of the Cross. And I told myself, after reaching the 20th step, I was able to stand up without, when I drove, after that, I went out of the car, and I was doing like that. But after kneeling down, I was able to stand up, and I was able to go. And then, in the map, the nails were the sacred nails where they pierced Jesus in the hands and the feet. It's just a walking distance. You can see just like we did earlier, it's very near. But when you walk, it's very far. My God, I did not have my umbrella with me. I'm using a scarf to cover my face. And when I went there, again, it is not allowed to take picture. And I couldn't understand Italian. The Italian girl said, come. Filipino. Oh, you're Filipino, John, can I take picture? Can I take picture? Yes, go ahead. Can I take picture, John? Please take picture. So I have the background of the nails. And after that, when we arrived in the hotel, I saw Nina and Raquel and Chutali going for dinner. And I went down and, Nils! And I cried. And Raquel said, our daughter coming home to a mother. At last I have someone here in Italy. So, after the following day, we have the 2000 Hail Mary, and we're not familiar with that. It was actually Nina, and we were praying the whole time. And during the evening, the Mass with the nuncio, it was still us. Raquel would say, you finished the rosary, the 2000 Hail Mary, so we finished that. The following day is the conference itself. There were 14 countries in Europe were present with 160 delegates. Of course, whoever Nina is, he would always grab me. So we would sit down in the front. And Raquel came to me and said, you're going to do sharing. Huh? Sharing? I'm not prepared. What am I to say? Babe, you're giving talks to thousands. But this time different. I don't know any one of them. Go. I said, yes. And I would tell him, when I did my sharing, all eyes and ears were listening. And they were crying in my sharing about Hernan because they were so empowered that it is still possible for a person to praise God in the midst of suffering. It is only when you experience that? It is easier said than done. Praise God. We only praise God, you know. For me, it's a big transformation for me because I always fight with the Lord. I always complain with the Lord. I always grumble with the Lord. When things seems that's not, you know, good for me, seems not right, I would always say, you give me this one, like that. But you know, during the time, the course of Hernan staying in the hospital, I did not even ask why it has to happen. Yesterday, no, the news was there. They were showing that Hernan was washing his teeth, you know, with the right hand. So I was so happy and excited. After, you know, when last Wednesday when I arrived in the hospital, Chris was there. She took me, you know, I honored her. She took 4 days of day off to stay in the night together with the other children. It took Hernan 6 days to poop with the use of enema because the brain does not command yet, does not function yet because of the trauma. And my sister-in-law is a nurse in Pennsylvania. She said it will take at least 6 to 8 weeks for the trauma to subside and he will be okay. Now it's only 3 weeks, it's okay. He's still with catheter to make urine, to pass the urine. And Hernan at that time, he told our second dog, "Bash the kid, your mom is coming." When I reached home from the airport, I did not take a bath. I just changed. I went straight to the hospital. And you know what? For the first time, when Jonathan is strong, he would put his hand on the hand of Hernan. At that time, he was able to pull his whole back and sit down. For the first time and several times. In the night, he was again like a vegetable because all his forces were there. And he said, following day, 2 days after the enema, he's so scared. He is even scared to eat because they're going to do that again. And I told him yesterday, we're going to pray. Yesterday, he was able to poop without that. And my God, the poop was all over his back. Too much. So the two male nurses, Chris, Michelle, my other daughter was there. But earlier in the morning, we were watching football because that was his favorite, you know. My hand was even moving and shaking because I cannot hold the phone for so long. And I was crying with guilt yesterday. I was, you know, the devil has a way of tempting me yesterday. Looking at him so helpless and I didn't even help out. I was crying and then I went into the bathroom and my daughter went inside with me. And I was pouring myself. And Hernan was asking, "Where's your tita?" She's making poop. In the bathroom. But you know, he says I was crying. I was crying for pity of him and the guilt that I left him during the time that he needed me most. And my third daughter said, "Mom, this is, you know, you are not maybe giving the physical help to Dad right now, but the strength that we draw from your heart is the only thing that makes the whole family together. We are not into this, not only the journey of the Fuentes family, people who serve and, you know, experience with us, experience their own healing." And I was relieved. Because for myself, parang sinasabi ng demonyo, "You're not a good wife. You only are a good wife during the time that you want to buy, you are into us, you say to your husband, he's sad because you want diamond." I feel like that all the temptation came in yesterday. I'm so helpless to help him. But after hearing the affirmation of my second and third daughter, "Mom, but what are we here for? Why God has given you 5 children?" Our eldest daughter is a small girl, so a small body. So literally, she cannot help Daddy move. She filed also a leave to stay with the dad when I was not there together with Chris to spend the evening. Our second daughter is bigger than me, so literally she can. Our third daughter cannot, but our fourth daughter, you know, when Daddy said, "I need this," she would literally climb up the bed. "What do you want, Dad?" after the numbness is gone, he can feel the sensation all over, and he discovered that there is sprain. Actually, they made some x-ray and they thought there was fracture. And I said, the message of my heart says, not a single bone of his will be broken. And God was so faithful because not a single bone of his was broken. 13 stitches. 13 is the number of Hernan. That is his favorite. He arrived here, in Dubai on June 13 with the room number 13. He was born March 13. Everything that is so important in his life is 13. You know what? The stitches in his head was 11. After they removed the bandage, they saw that it's still bleeding. They added 2 stitches. You cannot even touch the ankle. Literally, you cannot touch the ankle. His ankle because of the sprain. But this morning when Chris picked me up again, going from the hospital to the house because I have to take a bath, he was already boasting, look at this, look at this. So, every day God is showing us how faithful He is to us. And I told my children that the Gospel of Mark is going to happen literally for all family. That one day your father will stand up, take up his mat, and go home. And I praise God that in this journey there are a lot of people who are inspired that sickness is not a hindrance for us to praise God. Sickness or no work is not a hindrance for us to serve God. For the first time in my life, I went to a mission without sufficient money in my pocket. And I wanted to buy, I wanted to buy souvenirs, because the room is a double bed. Our regional head, which is based in Switzerland, the husband has to go home for an emergency in the Philippines